Hello everyone, in this video I'm going to talk about planting hyacinth bulbs. Hyacinths are beautiful stalk-like fragrant plants and they come in a variety of colors. You can plant them indoors or outdoors, or you can even force them to bloom earlier for you, like in January or February when it's winter outside. So you can force them to bloom earlier indoors for a beautiful display and fragrance. So first I'm going to talk about planting hyacinth bulbs indoors. You can buy pre-planted hyacinth bulbs in a pot, or you can plant them yourself. You can plant 2 to 3 bulbs in a 9 centimeter standard nursery pot. So I have bought these pre-planted bulbs from grocery store last week, and they weren't blooming. They were like half-foot tall leaves with no blooms on them, and within a week you can see they have got so much larger and they have got these lovely bloom stalks. These are really fragrant. I can feel their fragrance from further away, and they are really lovely, beautiful plants with light pink to purple color. I'm really happy with how they have turned out. So if you are a beginner gardener or looking for gardening advice and tips, please subscribe to my channel and hit the bell icon so you don't miss out on any of gardening videos. Caring for your hyacinth bulbs indoors is very easy. Whether you have bought them pre-planted or you plant them yourself, you can plant them in November because they need a chilling period of 13 weeks at least. So you can store your hyacinth bulbs in the refrigerator at a maximum temperature of 4 degrees centigrade for 13 weeks or so, or you can plant them in the soil in a container, and you can put that container in the refrigerator for 13 weeks. And after that time, you need to take your pre-planted or hyacinth bulbs out and put them in a windowsill where it's not very much bright but a little bit warmer, and they will start growing stalks and blooming shoots. Or if you stored your bulbs in the refrigerator, you can take them out and you can plant them and put your pot in a windowsill with a which is little bit bright and little bit warmer, so they will start growing. So I bought these hyacinth bulbs pre-planted, and they are blooming now within a week time. They have got these lovely bloom stalks which are kind of flopping over because these stalks are really heavy. So you may need to stake your hyacinth plant so they don't fall over. So as you can see, I have tied these stalks with a gardening twine to support them with each other, or you can put a stake as well if you are gonna plant yourself. So 2 of them are of the like 2 feet tall approximately, and one is like going to be 1 foot tall soon. It's not fully bloomed yet. You can see some of the buds are still closed, and there are 3 in this 9 centimeter pot, and I have put this plastic pot in a ceramic pot. So I bought this ceramic pot as well, and I really love this pot. It's really pretty pot, and it goes really well with these lovely plants. It will make a really beautiful display on a sideboard, in a hallway, or in a living room, or even on the dining table in your kitchen, and everyone will be amazed. With regards to watering, you don't need to water these plants very often. You only need to water them when the top edge of soil gets dry. So you need to make sure that you don't wet the bulbs, and you water the pot slowly and for 15 minutes or so, and after that time the water that sits in the bottom of the pot, you can throw it away. You don't want them to sit in the water for a long time because that can rot the bulbs. And with regards to fertilizing, you don't need to fertilize them in the first year because they use the energy that's already stored in the bulbs. But in the following years, if you grow these bulbs in the garden, you may need to fertilize them during the springtime to prolong these blooming time. Suitable light and temperature is really important for these plants. Once they start blooming, you need to make sure you put them in a spot where it's lovely and bright but not very hot. So you want to store them, you want to display them somewhere where it's maximum 16 degrees centigrade to make sure that they bloom for the longest period of time. Generally they bloom for 3 to 4 weeks, and after that they start fading. And once all these lovely bloom stalks are faded, you can cut the flower stalks, which is called deadheading. So, and then you can let the leaves do their job. So basically leaves keep photosynthesizing and producing energy for the plants for the following year. And then after few weeks or so, then the leaves will start fading as well and dying. And once the leaves are died, then you can cut the leaves as well, and then you can store your hyacinth bulbs for next year. You can also buy prepared hyacinth bulbs, or you can do it yourself. Normally you do it in clear glass jars. You fill the glass jars with water, and they have a narrow neck where the bulb sits, and basically the roots grow in water and the bulbs stay above the water, and then you store them the same way in the refrigerator for 13 weeks or so. And after that you take them out, put them somewhere where it's not very much bright but a little bit warmer, and then they start growing. And then you can keep shifting them like progressively to a warmer place and brighter place. And once they are in full bloom, you can put them somewhere bright but not very hot. As I said, you need to keep them where it's maximum 16 degrees centigrade to make sure that they bloom for the longest period of time. If it's too hot, they will start fading soon, or if it's not very much bright, then they will start flopping over. So basically light and temperature is really important to make sure that you get maximum output from these plants. Prepared bulbs can't be stored for next year. So basically if you buy prepared bulbs, you may have to discard them. But if you plant your hyacinth bulbs yourself, then you can store them for following years, and then you can plant them in the ground in November or so. Then they will have a chilling period for 13 weeks or so, and then they will bloom in the following year. So when they start blooming outside in March or so, then you will have to water them as usual. So make sure the top inch of soil is dry, and then you water them. And you can fertilize them like after 2 weeks time to make sure for maximum blooms, and then they keep propagating themselves. So the bulbs keep multiplying, and then you will have more and more blooms in coming years. So basically the amount of blooms per bulb will start decreasing, but the bulbs will propagate themselves, and you will have these lovely plants going for a couple of years or so. And after that their blooming quality start decreasing. So you may want to replace your hyacinth bulbs after a year or so. Like every year when you do these bulbs indoors, you can put them in the ground next year, and then this way you can build your hyacinth border in your garden. So if you enjoyed watching this video, please give it a like and do leave your feedback in comments, as I really love reading your comments about my video. It really matters to me. And please subscribe to my channel and hit the bell icon so you get notified whenever I upload my gardening video. I upload my gardening videos every Wednesday at 12 p.m. So please make sure to subscribe, and thank you very much for watching this video. Bye.